Alright, this is a story. It's about the sons of Jacob. All 11 sons. Benjamin is born. That's Joseph right there with the colorful coat that Jacob made for him. And right now they're going to Shechem to get their sister from the city of Shechem. These are Hamites. You see Simeon right there. He just killed a few of the Hamites. And basically trying to get their sister back, the only daughter of Jacob. Shechem took her and treated her as a harlot. So Simeon and Levi is in the city now, and they're approaching them. And basically they're gonna kill every man in the city. It'll be a total of 645 people that they slay by the edge of the sword. So they kill them in all types of ways. They Hamites. They wicked. Everything they do in the city is wicked. Their women is wicked. They eat, blood and drink blood. Eat flesh. They're cannibals. They sleep with their fathers and mothers and their daughters and sons. So as you can see, he's going through murdering these people. He's gonna murder every man in the city. And that's Levi right there. He's the priesthood of Israel. And that's Simeon right there. Simeon, I got the two swords. As like I said, they go through the city killing everyone. Throwing everyone out the window, murdering everybody that's standing there. The women, they all frightened. They can't do anything to stop us because the Most High is with us. They can't even stand against us. And the thing is, they took our sister, and it's sad. So this is Hamor and his son. Hamor, you know what I'm saying? Jacob bought some land in the city of Shechem from Hamor for a few shekels. And Shechem seen the daughter of Jacob. This is Dana right here, the daughter of Jacob, who they took captive. And he trying to entice her to marry her. He really want her. His heart is into her. But they couldn't find nobody of their own kind, is what his father was telling me. You can't find your own daughter or your own people. Take the daughter of Jacob. So this is what happens to him. Because from the days of Noah, you should not take no man's daughter. So they coming out, they call him, slay him for doing that. And slay him. Slay them both. And we finally rescue her. And when we leave the city, we're gonna take her. You see, she's gonna veil herself up, cover her head like she's supposed to be. We're gonna take all the sheep, all the flock, all the goat, and we're gonna even take servants from Shechem, the young ones, from the men who we didn't slay, the young kids, back to the camp of Jacob. So there's Jacob and all the 11 brothers, Joseph in the back, and they telling Jacob what happened. Jacob's mad. He wroth with them because he had peace in the land. Now the kings of Canaan gonna come against him. Judah was tuning in. And this is back at the city where they dead people. And it was two men who didn't raise up and fight. And they ran from the city and went to the city of Tapnach. And they went to the king of Tapnach and told Tapnach, the king, Jasher, everything that had happened. And Jasher didn't believe them, for two men had slain the great city of Shechem with just two people. So he didn't believe them. So he sent his own men to find out and see. So they went back to the city and checked it out. You see, they came upon nothing but weeping women. I said they told everything to Jasher, and he couldn't believe. He was astonished. So he wanted to go to fight them, but his wise men told him, this is the thing, these people are blessed, that two men could do this. Imagine what the other was do. So he raised up, and he asked for assistance from the kings of the Amorite kings. So he sent messages to help him fight with the kings. So he want to fight with the kings and help him fight the children of Jacob, the sons of Jacob. So he sent messages there to come assist him and fight, because they had slain all the men. And they didn't believe it, because nothing has happened like this since Nimrod, since the days of old. So they assembled all their armies to fight with the sons of Jacob. And at this time, Jacob used to take their sheep and flock to Shechem and feed them. And so they heard the kings were approaching them to fight. So they prepared themselves with armors and shields. And Judah, being the strongest of them all, of his brothers, he fought for his brothers. So they approached. narrating for you. And so they assembled all the armies to fight, and Jasher was a mighty man, a man of valor, the king of Tapnach. And he wore armor of nail from head to toe in brass and armor. And he took the 7 kings, and he got assistance from additional kings. 3 additional kings, the king of Jasher, the king of Shinar, and assistance from additional Hamite kings to help him fight, because he listened to his men and his wise men who told him not to fight. He was a valiant man, Jasher, the king of Tapnach. So he approached the sons of Jacob, and Jacob came with 150 men to assist in the battle to help his son. And all the brethren and some servants, they went and approached these kings. And it was a mighty people. It's number of the sand of the sea. And Judah went first before his brothers, to fight for his brothers. And Jacob prayed to the Most High to help his sons fight. And the Most High caused a darkness and an earthquake to come upon the men. And he pierced his own people. He wound up killing his own people. The Jasher never missed when he shot his arrows. The Most High bound his hand. So Jasher prepared to fight with Judah and the sons of Jacob. And Judah, being as mighty as he is, he pursued him with a mighty roar. And he says to shoot arrows at Judah. And Judah picked up a large stone from the ground, knocked him off the horse, and knocked him out. Judah slayed Jasher's men with the edge of the sword, like 40 of them. And no one could stand against Judah. Judah was mighty. And all the men flee from Judah. And no man could fight with him because of his mighty strength. And Jasher got up and realized that his men fled and tried to fight Judah. And he went to go hit him with the spear, and Judah blocked the spear and cut off his feet. Took the spear and cut off his head, and his head went by his feet. To 100,000 of them, and Judah was taking off all the armor of Jasher, and the captains of Jasher approached and hit his captain, and he pursued them, and they slaughtered them. And then they slaughtered one of the kings, the edge of the sword, Levi. And then another king came to assist that king who Levi slew, and then Jacob pulled out his and slew that king. And then they flee. They flee all the way to the city of Jasher. And they went to the gates of the city of Jasher. And Jacob pulled out his bow and slew more of the kings, all 7 Amorite kings, with the bow, an arrow to each of them. And the men broke the gates of Jasher and ran in the city.